Hey you watching this right now. If you don't click the like button in the next 6 seconds, you're gonna wake up tomorrow and step on a porcupine. Hey, hi, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be taking a look at leaked Fortnite items. Every time there's a new update, there's a dedicated group of very smart people, smarter than me, that go through the files and they look for leaks. They data mine every single bit of information they can, and that gives us the new weapons and items that are going to be added to the game sometime in the future. And that's what we're going to be taking a look at today, a whole bunch of cool leaked items that might be coming to Fortnite. Let me know down in the comments if you could add any item to Fortnite, anything you wanted, let me know what it would be. Personally, I would love a flamethrower because they're awesome. I don't know if a flamethrower would be all that balanced of an item, but I really want to toast things and people with a flamethrower because that just sounds so cool. And yeah, without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this and take a look at some leaked Fortnite items. Roll it. Alright guys, for starters, we have something awesome to take a look at, and that is the drum shotgun. This thing is a fully automatic combat shotgun with a huge drum magazine and a high rate of fire. It's definitely made for close quarters combat. You probably won't be getting any eliminations out at range like you do with the combat or heck, even the pump. My guess is this thing is going to have a very short range of fire, kind of like the double-barreled shotgun where you could easily take people out if you're basically within hugging or touching distance, but anything past that it just turns into like a marshmallow launcher or a Nerf gun or, you know, throwing ping pong balls at him, something like that. It won't have any range, it'll just be for those up close in your face kind of moments. The drum shotgun was recently found in the Fortnite files by some data miners looking through the code trying to find leaks for us, and they struck gold when they found the drum shotgun because this thing really does look awesome. They were even able to get some gameplay for us, which I'll show you right now. Seriously though, how cool does this thing look? It might be one of the most awesome or annoying weapons depending on how strong it ends up being when it's finally in the game. My guess is that Epic was actually planning on adding this to Fortnite a few updates ago because everything's there. We have gameplay, we have models, we have animations, we have sounds, the whole thing is there. So most likely it was supposed to be added to the game, but they ended up delaying it because they ended up unvaulting the pump shotgun and they didn't want too many shotguns in the game all at once. But what that means is they're going to have to vault one of the shotguns we currently have in the game to make room for the new drum shotty. So which shotgun are they going to vault to make room for it? It's probably not going to be the pump since they just unvaulted it, and it's probably not going to be the combat since it was just added during Season 9, and that only leaves one, the tac shotgun. So most likely the tac shotgun will be vaulted in a future update, and the drum shotgun will take its place. Honestly though, I don't think anyone's going to be shedding any tears over the tac shotgun because let's be honest, when you land, you know, someone's hot on your heels and you only find a tac and they find a pump or a combat, you know your heart just sinks because you have no chance of winning that fight if you're stuck with a tac and the other person has literally any other shotgun. You know you're gonna lose that fight because the tac is just underpowered compared to the other two. So now if it's gone, maybe you'll stand a chance if you find a drum shotgun and they have a pump. You can just spray them down with a ton of buckshot and there's nothing they can do about it. I don't know about you, but to me, that sounds like a nice deal. Okay, now here's one that is just kind of scary, and this was found recently in the game files, and it is the airstrike grenade. Now, if you don't know what this is, let me explain. It would be a grenade that you would throw down, and it would send up a big plume of smoke or some kind of signal that would then tell someone to start raining missiles down on wherever the smoke is. Of course, I don't know how it would work. Maybe they would fly in from out of the island. Maybe they would just magically appear in the sky and fall down and just bombard whatever the smoke was on, or maybe a little battle bus will fly over and drop bombs. The point is, you throw a smoke grenade and then it's just bombarded by an airstrike. And this sounds terrifying in Fortnite. There's already a lot of explosives, but imagine people spamming your 1x1 with smoke grenades that call an airstrike after airstrike after airstrike. That would be obnoxious, especially like late game in arena when everyone's stacked on top of each other building like nuts. Just imagine airstrikes landing everywhere, blowing everything up, just causing endless amounts of rage. It looks like this is going to be coming to the game sometime soon. It was found in the game files, and it kind of just sounds really freaking scary, man. All right, up next is an item that everyone seems to forget about, and that is the storm tracker. When I first heard about this several seasons ago, I was crazy excited for it, and then it sort of just fell off the map and we haven't heard anything about it in the longest time. If you're unfamiliar with what the storm tracker was supposed to be, it was an item that would attach to your back and it would tell you where the next storm was going to be. So let's say it was the beginning of the game and you picked up the storm tracker, it would immediately tell you where the storm is going to be for the next circle. Super helpful, especially before there was a ton of mobility items, because back in the early days of Fortnite, there was basically no vehicles or no way to quickly travel across the map, so you really had to pay attention to where the storm is going to be. So an item like the storm tracker would have been incredibly helpful during the first like 5 seasons of Fortnite. And this is the weird thing, it was actually accidentally added to the game for a few hours back during season 4, a lot like the Zapatron was accidentally added to the game for a while, and they were like, oh no, we gotta take this out real quick before anybody notices. But it was too late. People used it, people loved it. It was in the game for a while, for like 2 or 3 hours before they did an emergency patch to remove it from the game, and since then we haven't heard anything about it. My guess is they assumed it was just gonna be too overpowered, which is why they immediately removed it and kind of like tried to cover it up, sort of like the Zapatron. But personally, I would love to see it back in the game. I thought it was a cool idea. I think it would still be helpful to some extent. And I don't know about you, but I would like to use it at least once, just to give it a try. Okay, up next we have something I've been excited about for the longest time, and that is the machine pistol. This was found in the game files back during season 7, and it's still lurking around in the files to this day, meaning there's still a good chance Epic Games is planning on adding it. But what is the machine pistol? Its closest real-world counterpart is the Uzi, and I think we're all familiar with the Uzi. Every gangster movie over the past 15 years has featured one Uzi or another, and they just look cool. It's like a classic weapon at this point, and I would love to see one in Fortnite, especially if it behaves like my other favorite SMG, the TAC SMG, which was unfortunately vaulted. They killed my baby, the TAC SMG, seasons and seasons ago, and we haven't had it in the longest time. If you guys remember the unvaulting event where players got to choose what weapon we unvaulted and everyone ended up picking the drum gun, well, one of the weapons we could have chosen was the TAC SMG, and when it didn't get picked, I'm not gonna lie, I cried a little bit on the inside because I really wanted it to come back. So maybe we will get something very similar to that with the machine pistol. Either way, it's been in the game files for several seasons now, which means hopefully they'll be adding it soon. Alright boys, up next we've got ourselves another shotgun. This time it's the Slug Thrower, aka the Hammer Crush from Save the World. If you don't know what that is, it's a semi-automatic shotgun that would shoot slug rounds. And just a quick recap in case you don't know what a slug round is, it's a type of shotgun shell that shoots one solid projectile, kind of like a really big bullet, versus shooting lots of little tiny projectiles like flechette or buckshot. We heard about the Slug Thrower being added to Fortnite BR, I don't know, like 5 seasons ago. It was found in the files ages and ages ago. When we first heard about it, I was pretty excited because it sounded like a really cool addition to the game. It looks like a really awesome weapon, and I just wanted to shoot people with it. But then it was secretly removed, and we haven't heard anything about it in several seasons, most likely because they've added a bunch of other shotguns that sort of filled the role that a slug shotgun would have filled, like the heavy shotgun a few seasons ago, and most recently the combat shotgun now, that are sort of like those medium range shotguns. But it doesn't change the fact I would really love to have a slug shotgun, just for the fact that I think they're really cool. So maybe one day we'll get it. I want to play with one. I do. I think it would be awesome. You could definitely hit some nasty shots with this thing. And more importantly, I feel like it would do a tremendous amount of damage to structures, maybe replacing the Deagle and its ability to one-hit structures when they're initially placed. Up next, we have an older one, and that is the G36C. This is an assault rifle that was supposed to be added sometime during Season 4. It was all found in the game files, and it looked like Epic was all set to put it in Fortnite, but then they never did, and it sort of just fell off the face of the planet, and there hasn't been a mention of the G36C since late Season 4, and that just makes me sad because anybody who's a Call of Duty fan remembers the G36C fondly. This thing was a beast in Call of Duty, and when I heard it was going to be added to BR, I was like, yes, the G36C, let me dominate, and then it was just never added, and I was so sad because that means Epic Games took it, they put it in a shelf in a closet, and now he's just sitting there alone in the dark, wishing and wondering why he isn't in BR where he belongs. So maybe one day they'll revisit the G36C and add him to the game. My guess is they didn't put it in the game because they just didn't want to mess with the balance. Seems like they're really reluctant to add too many primary weapons to the game in the risks of, ruining or changing the meta too drastically. But myself, I don't mind that. I like when there's a big meta shift up more than just adding in like a little explosive or a pistol here or there, but big primary weapons that you get the bulk of your eliminations with, those are nice to have in the game because they make you feel fresh and interesting. Alright everybody, I saved the best for last. This is the weapon I have been most excited about for the past 3 seasons, and that is, wait for it, drum roll please, the flamethrower. That's right, it looks like at some point we will be getting a deadly destructive flamethrower in Fortnite, and I couldn't be happier because I've wanted one of these for the longest time. Ever since Season 1, I've been begging Epic to please add a flamethrower. It would be so cool. Just imagine dropping inside of someone's 1x1, forgoing your shotgun or your SMG, and just pulling out a flamethrower and torching that Jonesy. You can't deny that would be awesome. Now, this was found in the game files about 2 seasons ago, and I have been eagerly awaiting the addition of a flamethrower ever since. Now, it is still in the file, so there's a chance we'll be getting it. It's not gone for sure. We might still get it at some point in the future, and that would just make me so dang happy because, flamethrower, baby, how could you not love that? Okay, I've calmed down. I'm sorry. It's just the idea of a flamethrower gets me really excited, gets me really hyped. Got to take some deep breaths over here and stop hyperventilating over pure excitement that we might at some point be getting a flamethrower. It was in the files, guys. They were planning on adding it. They were experimenting with it. I don't know for sure if we'll actually get it or not, but I would so love it. Please, Epic, just give me a flamethrower. I'm not asking for a lot here. I just want the ability to torch people alive. It's not too big of a favor to ask for, okay? Nope, I'm calm. Okay, I'm sorry. I've calmed down. I may have spent the last 35 minutes Googling how to purchase a flamethrower in real life. Turns out they're completely unregulated in almost all of the United States, and you can buy one for about $500. And I've been desperately sitting here trying to justify a reason of why I should purchase one IRL. I haven't yet, but by the time you're watching this, there's a good chance that I'll be the proud owner of a new flamethrower, because if I can't play with one in Fortnite, I might as well play with one in real life. Alright guys, and there you have it. Those are some leaked Fortnite weapons we might be getting in the future. Let me know down in the comments, out of all the items I talked about, which one would you enjoy the most being added to Fortnite? I would love to see some flamethrower hype down there because, flamethrowers are freaking awesome, man. Okay, enough about flamethrowers. So, if you enjoyed the video, please do me a favor. Make sure to drop a like on it if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. Also, quick announcement. This upcoming week, July 5th and 6th, I will be at GuardianCon. It's an awesome charity convention gamer event hosted by a bunch of Twitch streamers. This year it's going to be in Orlando, Florida. If you live on the East Coast, you want to go to a really cool event, see some awesome shows, check out some cool booths, meet streamers, YouTubers, and lots of awesome people, I would definitely suggest going. I'll be there. Maybe you get a chance to see me. I would love to see some of you guys out there meeting fans and people. So I'll be there at the 5th and 6th this July at GuardianCon, Orlando, Florida. I'd love to see you guys there. And yeah, that's about it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace, everybody.